Good evening, Facebook. It's February 27th, 2024. I'm the New World Order Survival Guy. Um, Today, I want to talk about bug out bags and perhaps what, you know, you might want in your bug out bag. I'm no expert. I got no training or nothing like that. I'm just a guy that been following this stuff for a long time, just trying to rack my brain on what to pack in a survival bag. I probably accumulated a little bit too much. So, it's just a matter of opinion. There's gonna have you can have tons of people, they're gonna have tons of opinions, and it just comes down to what skills you have. If you have primitive skills, um, then obviously you're not gonna need much. You probably won't have 95% of the shit. But yeah, I just want to have a discussion, just put ideas out there. Maybe you guys got ideas for me, that something that I'm missing. I don't have everything. I just got some stuff. So basically, let's just start. Things depend on where you live, what's around you, what's your environment, what are you're bugging out to, and stuff like that. I mean, if you're gonna bug out in some kind of urban environment, you know, you may need things that are a little different than what I have right here. Um, but I'm next to the Colorado Rocky Mountains, so I just got kind of some of the stuff that I would use over in my area. So well, let's just get to it. Um, let's see. Let's start out with uh, bugs. Okay, mosquitoes, flies. You want something to get them nasty ass things off you and keep, especially if you have kids. And I mean, some of the mosquitoes, you don't know the heck they have in it, especially with the Billy Gates mosquitoes. So you want some kind of bug spray or something to keep them off you. I mean, everybody knows mosquito bites and horsefly bites and stuff. It's a pain in the ass, man. So, would you put these in your bug out bag? I don't know. I think I'm more susceptible to carry a few of these than this. You know, but it's all discrepancy. Um, Bugs are a freaking pain in the ass. Um, Anyways, I have a mosquito net in here. This would be something good if you're just kicking back or sleeping or something. Um, it is light. If you compress it, and, you can fit it in the pack. You know, it could be something. Uh, let's see. So yeah, bugs is a problem for at least 2 to 4 hours a day. dusk and dawn. So something to think about. Um, Moving next, um, radiation fallout. You know, there's been this threat of nuclear war. Um, you know, you just basically want to prepare yourself on that aspect. You know, because everybody has nukes, right? I mean, of course, it'll be some sort of false flag or something like that because Russia, United States, China, they're all in it together, but they're not hesitating to taking out people. So I just got a little stash of potassium iodide um, to protect your thyroid. It'll fill your thyroids with potassium iodine, so chances of you getting cancer from any of this ain't gonna help with the nuclear blast or nothing. But you know, it's a good thing to have in your prep. So I got a few bottles of these. There's back some years ago. I think it was like 2012. You can hardly find these. So about a year ago, got me a few bottles. So um, I don't really know if I put them in my bag because that's kind of bulky, but some I just have them. Um, Another thing is chapped lips. A lot of people ain't gonna think about this, but especially in the colder environments and stuff like where I live in Colorado, chapped lips is a thing, and it can get very painful if not treated with some kind of petroleum something, some kind of chapstick, some natural remedy or some. I mean, you can use coconut oil or something like that. You can get some good chapstick. I like the Carmexes in those little containers because they're hard containers and you can just throw them anything and it ain't gonna get crushed. And if it melts, it'll be confined in that little container. So, and I do have some of those, but just chapstick is a good thing to have and is is a must. So, and another thing is a must for people that would have this problem of chafing. When you're walking and hiking, and your thighs run together, and it just the salts come out your body from sweating, and just you're gonna get like a rash. Maybe not everybody has this problem, but some people do. I get it every once in a while. So I got some things for that. The Body Glide. Got some of these. Just rub on your thighs or whatever. Some squirrel's nut butter. So this just a couple things I got for that. Real light, small, or at least these. You can throw them in your pack because that'll take you out of commission. You don't want to be hiking for your life and you get some chafing issues, that you get big swell ups and stuff from salts coming out of your body, and you know get welts and stuff like that. This will help with that. And also blisters. Blisters is a big thing. I mean, your shoes Your socks is important, very important for your feet. You absolutely need to get a good pair of hiking boots. I'm speaking from my perspective of where I live and the options for me to wear. You know, you're gonna have to hike, and so you're gonna need a good quality pair of shoes. Good ratings. Do your research. Everybody's different. Everybody likes their own specific brands and stuff. You know, but hiking boots or a good pair of tennis shoes if you're doing the urban thing, you need good footwear, you know, and whatever that'll be. Socks to help with blisters. They say you double up on your socks, so that way when you walk, the socks grind like this instead of mainly your foot grinding with that and rubbing a blister on it. Another remedy for that is to use something like this or Vaseline or something. You rub it on your feet before you even start. Walking, hiking, whatever. So something like that, you put on your feet. It'll help keep blisters off. And speaking of blisters, gloves, gloves. Now these are more tactical gloves. You got these will have the knuckles. I have big hands, and it was really hard for me to find some of the good pairs. But I found a decent pair. 15 bucks, 20 bucks, whatever the heck it was. But gloves, and this is for like daily grind stuff. You're handling tools and stuff like that, and just walking sticks or whatever. Just these won't really keep your hands warm. That is a different kind of glove. I don't have those yet, but I'm gonna get those. But for now, I just need a decent pair of tactical gloves. So you gotta have gloves because if you get blister on your hand and you're out of commission of fondling shit, what are you gonna do? How long are you gonna have to wait for those hands to heal up? I'm a working man. I gotta work every day, but you're doing stuff that you ain't accustomed to doing, which is, well, in my case, being like out there in the woods every day and having to bust on axes and doing all this stuff. You're gonna get blisters, so you want to protect your hands from that, and as well as cold, and get some good, nice, warm gloves for night or wherever you can use them. All right, so we got that taken care of. Let's get to water. How can we sustain ourselves in water? Like I said on my last video, I will get into demonstrations on a bunch of different commercialized water filters, store-bought water filters, and then I'll get into bushcraft primitive water filtration that you can create out in the wilderness. I will do that. I just, once again, gotta get my equipment, proper video camera and stuff like that, so I can go out there and I could show you how to do it. For now, we're just doing a little chit-chatting about water purification. This is like Ketadine hiker water filtration system. These are a little pricey. I got this quite a few years ago. The ratings were great on this, so I got it. Haven't used it, but I will use it and show you guys on a video. But really high rated. We got life straws. Life straws are like one of the most common hikers outdoors water filtration. Now, let's be real. This is going to be kind of half-ass when it comes to all that can be in the water, you know, especially when you're White House selectives, or should I say selectives, add, you know, some extra shit to it. But life straws is good to have. I mean, it is better than nothing unless they put some, you know, some special shit in the water. Another option is iodine tablets. It'll kill bacteria and pathogens and stuff like that. I just have a few bottles of these on hand that I had for quite a while. You know, you always want to boil boiling water will kill any live pathogens, and live bacteria and stuff like that. You boil that for like 5-10 minutes, it'll kill that. Then you do some kind of filtrate the water to get any of the dirt and stuff like that. That right there normally would be good enough and safe enough to consume. Now, when you're talking about them putting poisons and stuff in the water, you know, I mean, that's a different story, you know. Obviously, you can't really carry a big Berkey water filtration canisters and stuff like that, but you know, and they do have water bottles, Berkey and stuff like that, but it's not as good as the big ones with them black carbon filters and stuff like that. So, but what's one of the best that you can portable is these Sawyer's minis. There's been a lot of good reviews and tests on these. As you probably heard, these are definitely small enough to pack in your bag, and these are pretty dang good. So it says it treats 100,000 gallons. I guess it just depends on how dirty the water is, because if you're drinking out of a freaking swamp or something like that, it ain't gonna be no 100,000 gallons. You know what I mean? So very good though. It's like one of the best rated that I've seen as far as portable, you know, pack your bag water filtration systems. So these are good. So let's move on. Let's see. You need some kind of good water bottle. This is a stainless steel water bottle. That's why I have it. Not that it's the most expensive or anything like that. It's just a stainless steel. So you can put this under a fire and boil it, cook it, and it ain't gonna warp. You do not want a aluminum one. aluminum has so much toxins in it, and it's extremely bad when you heat it up. It's like them aluminum pans and pots and pans in the kitchen. You don't want those. Those are toxic. I mean, it's not going to kill you as soon as you know, eat some out of it. But I mean, aluminum is bad for you. It's straight up bad for you. You want stainless steel, and it won't leach off any of that crap that aluminum does. You know, especially under heat, aluminum is no bueno. So you want some kind of stainless steel uh, water bottle that you can put under fire if you had to. Speaking of fire, this will last a long time, especially if you conserve it. You have a pack of these with $4 or $5, 5 lighters. You can get tons and tons of fires out of this. I would say get a few of these at least if you can. You don't take much room. They're light, and each one of these lighters will last you a good minute. Very important, very easy. It'll save you a lot of time, a lot of stress. You know, just keep them out of water. Even if they do get wet, you dry them out and they'll be ready to go to light. All right, let's see. Fires, there's many ways of starting fires. You can use a magnifying glass, lighters. You have ferro rods. You have the little keys and stuff. Let me show you some of these fire starting things if I can freaking find it. I know you're hiding here somewhere. Okay, here's a couple. These magnesium sticks. These magnesium sticks work good. Depending on the fuel or the tinder you're trying to ignite, you know, these are light. I mean, these put out some high heat sparks, and these are dirt cheap. Everyone should have these in their kits. You know, I got a few of them, and then these key ones are real great and convenient. Again, cheap. $1 or $2 more than these, but they work great. You need as many different fire starting devices as you can. You got these little fire starter things to help, and it's like almost as light as a freaking feather. Again, another package of lighters. And I just got this not too long ago. Cooper's Bay Outdoors. It has a little rope on here. And it has some kind of fire start petroleum or something in there. This is very high rated. This thing will light fires quick and it'll last a long time. You put this rope through this tube and you pull just enough, and it'll instantly start and it'll create a flame, almost effortless. Um, yeah, I highly recommend this. So it's Cooper's Bay Outdoors. Um, it's a Ferro Rod Fire Wick combo. They didn't have too many of these when I bought them. My dad told me about it, and it took me a minute to find it, but because they were like sold out. But you know, that was a while back, so I'd get this. I would definitely get that one. And I got a bunch of these little packs and stuff to put in survival packs. You know, it just keeps things organized. So when you're digging in there, you can just, okay, I know what this is. Let me pull it out. Okay. So you got that. All right, so that's good with the fire starters. Again, when you get into primitive, which I'll get into that in a later video, you know, where you're getting with flint rocks and um, uh, friction with sticks and bows and stuff like that. We'll get into that on a different show because that's going to be required for me to be outdoors to show you guys. All right, so what's the next thing that we could talk about what one might need for a bug out bag? In my case where I live, you got almost every beast out there as far as wild animals. I do have bear spray. You know, if shit hits the fan, you know, it's good to have bear spray, I mean, regardless, but, you know, you always got your firearms or something like that, but, there's many laws against using firearms on bears, but shit hits the fan scenario, I don't give a rat's ass, I'll use whatever. But this is an option. It got a little weight on it. I don't know, maybe half a pound or something like that. And these are quite expensive. I mean, 40 freaking bucks, 30, 40 bucks or something for this freaking can, and it only lasts like 10 seconds or something like that. Shoots 30 feet, something like that. So that's an option. Not for some. You get a lot of people that say, you know, hey, just leave the bear alone, and you know, they'll leave you alone. Depends where your comfort zone is and your experience, I guess. All right, so now let's get into other things you might need. Binoculars. You need some sort of eye seeing device that you could look out, and this is anything. I mean, you could be in urban or out in the sticks. I would say optics is something that's important because you have to be able to check stuff out from a distance. If you're up on a ridge and you want to see if everything's clear down below, you want something to be able to assist you in your vision and really check out stuff. If there's people down there, if you can see that there's kind of people down in the valley or something, and you know, are these friendly people, or are they foes? You know, you gotta really check out what's going on, because if they're friendly or something, you might want to go down there. If they're not, you might want to go around or the other way, something. Optics to me is important. Um, so yeah, I definitely make room in your pack for some kind of optics. Um, as well is communication. Some sort of hand radios is a good thing, especially if cell phones ain't gonna work. You know, you ain't got service. You just whatever. Hand radios can be a good thing. These come. I mean, you get them with ear sets and all these little gadgets and stuff. Um, you could plug them in uh, to a portable solar bank. Super light, convenient. Same with like cell phones. I mean, even if you ain't got cell phone service, I mean, you can plug in these little battery packs, these little power packs. Um, just even if you want to just know the time or have your kids play a little video game or something to keep them whatever. I mean, you know, just whatever your reasoning is. I can even power um, these flashlights that take the USB ports and stuff like that. You can power these flashlights with this. So this is really good. These power banks could be really good. Yep. So that's something to think about. So yeah, these little hand radios, or you can upgrade. You get these little ham radios. Um, these are a little bit more, but they do a lot more than these too. I mean, these actually require, well, a lot of these, most of these channels require a license to transmit, but you can listen to anything on these. You can even get, you know, FM or AM radio on these, but there's emergency lines on these. You would have to download some of this stuff on your computer beforehand, but for just general use, you just go and scan these radios and just listen to communication. You know, these are important. These are much more important. I'd use these for typical communication and use these little short waves for listening. And I mean, who cares about a license when shit hits the fan, right? You know, if there's an emergency or something and something, whatever. Yeah, I don't give a damn about rules and regulations and laws and when the shit hits the fan. So let's go back to these lights. Flashlights really important to have in your bag. I have a variety of them. You know what they say. Two is one and one is none. You want backup stuff? Get you some good quality flashlights. I got this one from Cabela's, and I like the hell out of this one. And then I went back a couple months later and never found it again. I mean, it's pretty bright. So, yeah, different. But yeah, this is bright as hell. And it's rechargeable. It is rechargeable. So, I mean, that's a good flashlight. It is kind of big. You might want something smaller, like one of these things, to pack. All right. What else we got? Oh, along with the bugs, I didn't see this sitting here. The tick and splinter remover. Out here in Colorado, we have deer ticks, and those will give you Lyme disease, and they can be problematic out here. So I'm not sure what this little doohickey is in there, but these are basically tweezers with some kind of little tick remover thing. So I got it. It was like $1 or $2 or something like that. Um, Another thing is Mylar blankets. Mylar blankets are pretty dang good. They will keep you warm to wrap up in, whatever. These could save your life. I got a good handful of these in there. These are cheap, a couple bucks. Very good. I have some better Mylar blankets in here. Some Mylar sleeping bags. Very good. You can actually go into these, and these will, I have some camouflage ones and stuff like that. These will absolutely save your life. I mean, it traps in your body heat. You're out in the wilderness or anywhere that's cold. And it goes with this survival tent. It's a Mylar survival tent. Little canister. Little bulky, but for being a tent, it ain't too bad. I forgot how much I paid for this, but this wasn't that much. Don't Die in the Woods survival tent. It's well packaged, so that's pretty good for that. Another thing is navigation. People rely on their phones too dang much. The GPS and technology and stuff like that. Most of you out there would freak the hell out if the phones and computers went out. You wouldn't know what to do with yourself, especially like kids and stuff like that. And even most adults, they'll just freak the hell out. Today's generation don't know how to use maps. They don't know how to read maps. Some of you guys never even seen maps. Maps. Like I got all kinds for my area and my part of the country, actually. Maps are good. I got these free. You go to Parks and Wildlife and any of the government facilities, that national forest facilities and stuff like that will have these for free. So I grabbed everything way out in our vicinity in this part of the country. So maps are good. Another thing is get you a good compass. Get you a good compass. This is metal. It's got some weight to it. I mean, there's all different kinds of compasses and stuff like that, but I found this to be a pretty good one. I don't know, it's like 15, 20 bucks, something like that. And it has everything on it. I mean, I'm not a pro at compasses. I'm still learning on it. So I don't want to speak in the details of this and sound like an idiot, but I have been doing some homework on it. I still got a lot more to learn, but This will definitely help you out um, in navigating to where you want to go. If you're gonna bug out, or if you're just trying to head to a part of civilization that is away from danger. So compasses, yeah. Another doohickey, poison ivy. If that's in your area, poison ivy and poison oak will jack you up, and some other plant stuff too that will jack you up. Um, let's see what else we got here. Um, signaling, some kind of mirror. Not crucial, but you know, I have one in mind. I have a couple of them actually. I got magnifying glass. Let's see. Tape, tape. I believe is good to have in your bug out bag. Can get kind of heavy, especially when you're talking about a big ass roll of duct tape. But I mean, I don't want to sit here and go over everything that you can use for tape, but there's a lot of shit you can use for tape. Um, so let's see. Solar water bag. It's light. Don't take up too much room. Maybe it's, some of you probably say, no, man, you don't want it. But just hygiene aspect. Solar bags, you know, women would probably like this because, they like to be uh, more cleanliness in their hygiene expectations because, it just depends what kind of bug out you're doing. I mean, it's that's what all depends. That's what all this depends on. Like I said, there's some primitive uh, people that just don't want none of this shit. They don't want none of it. They can live out in the woods with a rock made into a knife, and they can, so. But I'm just throwing out ideas, man. Some of you might not want any of this. Some of you might want all this and more. It just depends how you're set up. Um, for me, this is a must in my bag. If I can get this damn thing open. It's a shovel, military shovel. You can use this to dig, to cut, chop, whatever. This is a good tool to have. It folds up. You put it in a pack. You can hook this on a molly bag. This is one of my. I know it's a Franken bag, but you could put it on that. So you got that. Let's see. Got other tools. Little auger thing. I thought this was really cool. I seen it online. You stick a stick in here. You can make little ladders. You can make a little sleeping thing. You do all kinds of stuff with this. I'll get into that in a show and show it to use and show all the many things you can do with it. You got multi-tools, sharpeners in here. just regular stuff. Of course, gotta have some kind of knife. Two is one, one is none. Get you a couple good knives. Not that this is great. It's a Gerber. It's not too bad. I had this for many years. It's a decent little knife. There's a lot better options out there, but that's what I got. Get a little tool like this, little crowbar thingy, little hacking tool, little pry thing, you got a thing for little nuts and stuff. It's just, I mean, this is more for like urban type setting. So, get some kind of knife sharpener, keep your knives and your tools sharp. Machete's always good, depending on where you live. Maybe like better for you in Louisiana or something. Silky Big Boy. This thing works great. Just about $100 or so. It's like the Outback edition or something like that. This Japanese made saw. This is a beast. I tried it out the other day on some wood in the back. Yeah, this works real good. It chew right up to any log. I mean, it just tears it up. All right. Must have got a hatchet. Snow and Neely hatchet. I got this one because of the ratings. This was the #1 hatchet for some years. This is a beast. Got some weight to it, but you know, when you're out in the sticks, you can also use it as a weapon. This is a pretty good tool to have. You can use it to chop the bone and whatever else, and dressing an animal after hunting. Let's see. Well, I mean, that's pretty much what I wanted to scan through already. This 550 paracord is a must in your bag. It's the 550. I had this for a long time. You could do all sorts of things with this, and I will get into that on a whole separate show. I got the 550 paracord, then I got the 1000 paracord. So it holds 1,000 pounds. You break it up into little strings and do stuff with that. Like I said, I will get into that because there's a bunch of stuff to show you on that. Also, I was gonna talk to you about is military face paint. This is people. Well, this goes with being out in the sticks. Your face is one of the most recognizable things that people will notice, even from a distance. If you color your face in, like, for instance, the woods or just wherever you're at, even if you're out in the desert, you know, and you put tan paint on your face and blend in with the environment, you're gonna not stand out as much. And this military uses this for a reason. You know, you want to use a gray man tactic. So gray man tactic is blend into your environment. You could use a gray man tactic in urban settings. For that, you just wear normal clothes. Don't stand out from anybody. You won't use one of these backpacks or one of these other backpacks. You're going to use a typical backpack that normal everyday people wear in the city. You're not going to wear camouflage or military clothes in an urban setting because you're going to give yourself up. People are going to be like, hey, that dude got supplies. That dude, you're going to be a target straight up. So a gray man tactic out in the woods would be just like a regular hiker, or you're going to blend into the environment. That's another thing with camouflage. If you don't want to be seen, you gotta blend in with the environment. So you're gonna want to wear this type of stuff or these type of things. These type of hoodie things for your face. I even got just other camouflage type deals, suits, ghillies. This is a ghillie suit. Um, it works really well. It just depends of what if you want to be seen or you don't. Okay, so let's start to wrap this up a little bit. This is a 100% wool blanket. So basically, we're talking about sleeping kits now. Wool blankets are good. They keep you, a blanket can get wet and they'll still keep you pretty warm. We talked about the Mylar blankets, the tents, padding that you're sleeping on. I mean, you're not going to carry a whole damn comfortable setup, You got to use what's in the environment, like leaves and brush and just stuff underneath, and that'll keep your body heat from getting sucked out of you by the ground, the cold ground. So you got to think about your sleeping situation. You want to keep out of the wind. You want to keep out of the wetness, the cold, and you want to be fairly hidden. So you got to think about all those aspects. We'll get into that in a whole show in itself. Kind of missed some stuff here, but this is another cutting device. This is a hand chainsaw. This tears wood up. I had this for quite a while and tested it. This was great. You're gonna come on. Use it just like a regular chainsaw, but you're just gonna this will chew up some wood right here. This will chew up some wood. That's a very good thing to have. It's light, a med pack. Some ace bandages. I mean, you can never have enough for a med pack. You definitely want some kind of pain medication, some like Benadryl or something to help with your sinuses if you're stuffed up or something. Some ace bandages, peroxide. You can get them little bottles of peroxide. Those are great because that'll save you from an infection on a cut. But it's endless. I will get into like 2 or 3 shows on medical kits, triage type kits, surgical kits. all kinds of stuff. Get into braces, but not today. Another thing to have that I like, that I have some of these, the edible and medicinal plants, and for the Rockies, because it's my area. You want to forage for plants to eat or for medicine, you want to know what the hell you're eating, because for every edible plant, there's a look-alike that will do something bad to you. It can kill you, give you diarrhea, you just hallucinate. I mean, it's just all kind of, you want to make sure you know what you're eating. That's why training is great, but not everybody has the time or money or whatever to go get that training. So, books. I put them in these Ziploc bags to keep them dry, you know, in my bug out bag. These books, there's all kinds of them. Get it for your area, because that's, you want to look at the plants that you're going to eat in your indigenous area. Now these can be, you got some weight to them, especially when you get a handful of them. All right, so I guess, man, I was supposed to, I had some water I was going to show you on these things. These are coin tissues. I guess I'll have to show you in another video, but I'll just break them up now. These are toilet paper, okay? These are toilet paper. You get one of these little tablet, you just dip it in water, and it just, and then you open it up, and it's a wet towel. You just need a little bit of water. These things are so dry, and there's tons of them in here. Can't really see, but put my glasses on. But I mean, there are hundreds of them in here. And it even comes with a little portable kit. You can fit 6, 7 of them in here. But these things, I mean, you go, you know, do your thing in the woods. You want these. Toilet paper, a damn roll of toilet paper is about as big as this. And this will actually clean your backside and things like that. So you don't want no rash or wipe yourself with some mystery plant or something like that and get some thorns in your butt or something. You know, this, it does take a little bit of water, but not much, and it'll actually clean you, you know, a little bit more than getting the job done. Well, okay, that's about it for tonight. Went over a few things. Hopefully, maybe you guys, somebody got an idea or two off of some of the things I showed. Put a comment in the comment section if you feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, I mean, obviously nobody's gonna take all this in a bug out bag, or maybe some will, but you know, it's just some ideas and something to think about. Like I said, I'll get into more detail on some of the stuff and do hands-on showing you stuff on videos and stuff once I get equipment like my laptop and stuff, so I can do editing. And I want to get like a video camera instead of the stupid phone I'm using. So yeah, that's it for tonight, and have a good night, and I'll see you on the next one.